Hello guys. So now that's question number 2. Now let's come to question number 3. Can we start? The balance sheet, here it is. They are telling me that the balance sheet of Anu, Renu and Dinu is as follows. The partners are sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 2 is to 2 is to 1. So PSR is given to be 2 is to 2 is to 1. So can I say this is my old ratio? Correct now? Okay. Now the next one. Now we'll just read the balance sheet. Here it is. We have creditors that will be going in the liability, bills payable liability. General reserve will be going in partners capital account credit side, that is 2 is to 2 is to 1. Correct now? And the capital accounts that will be going in the partners capital account. Next, bank, we can make a separate account, and if we don't have any payments, you can directly write in your balance sheet. Correct? So we'll see that debtors, asset, RDD over there only, furniture, machinery, freehold property, and goodwill. So guys, from debtors to freehold property, everything will be going on the asset side, and the goodwill will now be divided between the partners in the partners capital account, not on the credit side but on the debit side. Guys, we have done this in our admission chapter also, that whenever you have an goodwill in the balance sheet, you are going to write it or divide it to the old partners in the old ratio, that is 2 is to 1 or 2 is to 2 is to 1. Clear? If any profit is there on the liability side, you divide it amongst the partner on the credit side. So if there is any item that is appearing in on the asset side, that will be divided between the partners on the debit side. Cool? Let's proceed, guys. Next one. Dinu retires, so the third partner is retiring, and the assets are to be revalued as freehold property 30,000, machinery 5,000, furniture 12,000, and all the data are good. So basically, they're having an adjustment on all the assets. I'm having on debtors, I'm having on furniture, I'm having on machinery, I'm having on freehold property. Okay. Goodwill is to be valued at thrice the average profits of preceding 5 years. So they have given us the profit for 5 years. We are going to take an average and then multiply it with 3. And you know this thrice, na? This 3 is the number of years purchase. Number of years purchase. So basically, you have to calculate the goodwill first and then afterwards divide it. Correct? Okay, we are going to make a working note for this. So firstly, you're gonna take the average, that will be 1000 plus 10,500. I'm reading this. 1000 plus 10,500 plus 10,000 plus 16,000 plus 10,000, and by after adding up, I'll be dividing it with the number of years. I'll get the average. That will be my average profit, and then when you multiply it with 3 times, so you get the amount of goodwill. Correct? Chalo, let's proceed. Then they are telling me the Dinu should be paid 3,000 by check. So Dinu is being paid 3,000 by check. So we are going to prepare a bank account. Yeah. So we are going to make a bank account because we have an adjustment on that. And if Dinu is being paid any amount by check, so money goes out of the business. So bank account will be credited. And who's the receiver? Mr. Dinu is the receiver. So Dinu will be debited. So the entry would be Dinu account debit to bank account. So Dinu account, partners capital account on the debit side and bank account on the credit side. Okay, sorted. The balance of the Dinu's capital account should be kept in the business as loan. So we don't have any money as such as of now to pay to Dinu, the retiring partner. So we are going to pay him, but until we pay him, we will be keeping that amount in a separate account known as loan account, because he is no longer the partner. Okay, so it's a liability for the firm to pay off Dinu, yeah, but after some point of time. Until that time, the amount will be shown in the balance sheet on the liability side as loan. Are we very clear with this, guys? Okay, let's proceed. Prepare the profit and loss adjustment account, capital account of the partners, and the balance sheet of the new firm. So we have to prepare all these things. My format is ready. Chalo, let's start with this. Here it is. So this is my profit loss adjustment account. I am having my capital account. I am having my balance sheet, and then I'll be preparing a small bank account also. Okay. But firstly, the working note. Guys, they haven't said anything about the new ratio. So can I say old partners ratio, and we have to calculate the goodwill. So goodwill will be divided between the partners in their ratio, respective ratios. Correct? So we'll make working note for goodwill. So directly have working note number 2 for goodwill. Now we need to calculate goodwill, guys. Firstly, we need to calculate the goodwill. Let's do that. That's adjustment number 2 over here. So firstly, we have to find out the average profit. So what's the formula for that, guys? The formula would be average profit is equal to the total of the profits that is available divided by the number of years. Correct, na guys? Quickly tell me the amounts of profit. 1,000, 10,000, 500, 10,000. So 1,000, 10,500 plus 10,000 plus 16 and then again 10 plus 16 and then again 10,000, and then this will be divided by 5 years, na guys? Can you get me this answer? So I'll only find out. 1 plus 10,500, it's 11,500 plus 36,000, guys. So I'm getting the answer as 47,500 divided by 5. So 47,500 divided by 5 years. That is going to give me, over here, divided by 5. That's 9,500. So my average profit is 9,500. Not this sign. Okay. And now the amount of goodwill, guys, you know the formula for goodwill. That will be average profits multiply by number of years purchase. The average profit is 9,500 and number of years purchase is thrice, na guys? They have said thrice, 3 times, so 3 years. So this will be multiplied by 9,500. So multiply by 3, that's 28,500. So here I'm going to write 28,500. Do you get this? So this is the goodwill of the entire firm. You have to remember, guys, this is the goodwill of the entire firm. Are we clear with this? So what is happening over here? Acha. Now is it clear, guys? The screen? Okay. Now the third partner is retiring. So he is definitely going to take his share now. So I taught you in the basics that Dinu is going to take away his share of goodwill. Guys, can I say that the share of Dinu is 1/5? How did I come to know? Guys, have a look over here. If my old ratio is 2:2:1, So this will be 2 upon 5, 2 upon 5 and 1 upon 5. And if this partner is retiring, so he's gonna get 1/5 of the share. Do you get this? It's simple, right? So here he's gonna get 1/5 of the goodwill. So if the goodwill amount is 28,500 over here, 28,500, and his share is 1/5. So guys, can I get the answer for this? I will be having his share of goodwill as 5,700. 5,700, and this will be the amount of goodwill of the retiring partner. And this 5,700, now guys, this 5,700 will be shared between the two partners, means they will be contributing it. Now have a look guys over here. That time also I told you 2 is to 2 is to 1 if this is the ratio, and if this partner is retiring, so we are left with only these two partners and their share is 2 is to 2. Can I say the ratio would be 1 is to 1 if I simplify? So it will be half and half. It's very light. I'll darken it a little. I'll repeat that again. If the ratio is 2 is to 2 is to 1, and if this partner is retiring, so I am left with only these two partners, that is 2 is to 2. So the ratio would be 1 is to 1 if I simplify that. So this goodwill will be divided between these two partners equally, or I would say these two partners will contribute equally in equal amounts to pay to the retiring partner. Do we understand this, guys? Paka? So my answer would be what? My answer would be 5,700 divided by 2. 5700 divided by 2. I'm getting answer as 2850. So here it will be 2,850, 2,850. So I can directly write a journal entry, na guys? I taught to you the journal entry also. That will be the partner who are gaining will be debited and the partner who are sacrificing will be credited. Correct now? So who is going to sacrifice here? The Dinu is the retiring partner. So Dinu's capital account, this fellow is going to get 5,700 and he's going to get contributed 2850 from the other two partners, and the other two partners name is Anu and Renu. So Anu's capital will be debited. Anu's capital account debit, and Renu's capital will be debited. 2850, 2850. Do we get this, guys? Chalo. So now can we go to the next part now? Okay. So we'll start with the question now. Now the question becomes very simple. We just have to do the adjustments as we used to do it in our admission chapter. And guys, we had practiced that admission chapter a lot. And I told you now that if you are very clear with admission chapter, that retirement and that chapter will be a cake piece for you. It's just that you need to do a couple of more adjustments, or you need to just do opposite of what you used to do it in your admission chapter. Revaluation exactly the same. Goodwill ka calculation exactly the same. It is just that in admission chapter one partner is coming in the business, and in the retirement and that chapter one partner is going out. So that adjustment is only going to change. Rest the whole chapter is the same. So let's quickly get done with this chapter, guys, or done with this question for now. Okay, so here it is. Creditors 8,000, liability. So I am going to write this creditors on the balance sheet liability side, 8,000. I have no adjustments outer column. We have bills payable amounting to 2,000 rupees. So here bills payable, 2,000. We have general reserve 5,000. Guys, this general reserve will be divided between the partners. So Renu, it's Anu or Renu? Acha, Anu, Renu, Dinu. So Anu is the first partner. Okay, so we have to give them for general reserve in the ratio of 2 is to 2 is to 1. Guys, 5,000 now. If you divide 5,000 the ratio of 2 is to 2 is to 1, I am getting the answer as 2,000, 2,000 and 1,000. It's a very simple one. Correct, na? Okay. Then I'm having mine capital amounts 40, 30 and 15. So this is having a contribution of 40,000, 30,000 and 15,000, 1 5. Okay. Now to the bank account, and see we have a transaction in the bank na. So what you can do, guys, you can open a bank account. That's one way of doing it, or you can directly write this bank balance in your balance sheet and do the adjustment. There is a possibility that you can open a bank account, do the adjustment in that bank account, or else you can post this bank balance directly in your balance sheet. Guys, we have done ample of questions whereby you are making the bank account and doing the adjustments in that account. What I'm going to do today is like not opening a bank account and doing it directly in the balance sheet, so that you will be understanding and you'll be knowing that what are the two ways of doing it. Correct now? So let me not open a bank account and take you one step ahead, upgrade you a little, and write the bank balance over here, but in a column 5,000, because I am having an adjustment today on bank balance. I'm gonna pay something. Do you get this? Guys, you need to be a little patient. Let that adjustment come. I'll tell you this again. So we do open a bank account and do that adjustment over there. But in this case, I am not opening a bank account. I'm gonna do it directly. एक लेवल ऊपर चढ़ना है ना अपने को. चलो चढ़ते हैं फिर. The next one, guys. I'm having datas 20,000, 1,000 is mine RDD, so 19,000. So here I'm gonna write it daters. That's 20. Subtract RDD, that's 1,000. So I'm getting the answer is 19,000. I'm gonna leave one line because I'm having an adjustment on it. Every item from the balance sheet will be posted once because it's a posting. Then we have furniture, machinery, freehold property. We have an adjustment on every asset. Furniture, machinery, freehold property. The very first one, furniture, is 15,000. Machinery is 4,000. And freehold property is 27,000. Correct? We have an adjustment, so I've left a line on it. And the last one, we have goodwill. The goodwill is 30,000. That I'm going to divide it in the partner's capital account. So here I'm going to write it to goodwill, written off, and this will be divided between the partners in the ratio of 2 is to 2 is to 1. So guys, 30,000 divided by 5, that's 6,000, multiplied by 2, so it will be 12,000, 12,000 and 6,000. Do we understand this, guys? Paka? Okay. This we have done in our previous chapter also, admission. Whenever asset side you are given the goodwill amount, you are going to divide it between the partners on the debit side. Okay. Chalo. Now we are done with the posting. We'll go ahead. The first adjustment Dinu retires from the firm on 1st of April 2019 on the following terms. The assets are to be revalued as follows. Freehold property 30,000. Now guys, have a look over here. I am having asset worth rupees freehold property of 27,000 and they are telling me to revalue at 30,000. So guys, can I say I have to add 3,000 over here? So the revaluation amount will be 3,000. Correct now? I am having an appreciation in the freehold property. So revaluation 3,000, I'm going to add it. So I will have to write here in profit and loss adjustment account on the credit side, buy free whole property amounting as 3,000. Correct? That's done. Machinery at 5,000. So guys, now machinery, what is the value of machinery I'm having in my balance sheet? The value of machinery is 4,000. So again, I have to add 1,000 to make it 5,000, guys. So again, there is an appreciation. You can say appreciation, you can say revaluation. That's okay. And this 1,000 will again be added in my profit loss adjustment account on the credit side by machinery. And the amount will be 1,000. Quickly, the next one, furniture 12,000. Now, what is the amount of furniture in my balance sheet today? I am seeing as 15,000. So, guys, if I have to revalue it to 12,000, so I'll have to subtract 3,000 from here. So, if I'm having a subtraction over here, so that will be less depreciation. So, 15,000 minus 3,000. So, guys, if you are subtracting it from your balance sheet, from the asset side, so it will be debited over here. I'm going to write here 2 furniture account, that is going to be 3,000. Correct? Okay, that's done. The next one, they are telling me that all the datas are good. Guys, if all the datas are good, this means that you don't need to create an RDD. If they are good, means they need not be doubted. That means there is no need for you to make a provision that they are going to pay you on. There's no need to put a question mark on their integrity, that are they going to pay me or they're going to be proved as a bad debt. So we have already created 1,000 RDD, so we are going to write it back. So we have an RDD created, so I'm going to write it back. So I'm going to add the RDD 1,000 over here. So my data will be shown at 20,000. If I'm adding my RDD, so I'll be writing on the credit side over here by RDD. Can I say I can write excess RDD or RDD written back? $1,000. Correct? The next one is goodwill of the firm is to be valued at blah 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 blah. Everything we have made a working note for that, guys. Have a look over here. Here is the working note. The entry that I got was Anu's capital account debit, Renu's capital account debit 2,850, and this is the amount being contributed by them and paid to Dinu's capital account. So here I am going to go, excuse me, on the partner's capital account. Give Dinu 5,700. I'm gonna give Dinu 5,700, na guys? And this 5,700 is been contributed 2,850 by these two partners. So here I'm gonna write Dinu's capital account, and here I am going to write by Anu and Renu's capital. That's common sense, na? In the Dinu's column, if I'm writing the amount, so I have to tell them now, where do you get this amount? So in the particulars column, you will be writing by Anu and Renu. And if you're writing in the Anu and Renu's amount column, so you need to tell them that where is this amount going to go. So into the Dinu's account. That's the journal entry. Are we clear with this, guys? Okay. Next one, guys. Dinu should be paid by check 3,000. So, guys, if we are paying him by check, so he's a receiver. So, by drawings, Dinu is the receiver, debit the receiver, and the amount is going out from your bank account. So, less paid to Dinu 3,000. So, you will be left with 2,000. That's how you do it. Am I very clear with this, guys? Pakana. Too good, too good, too good. Now the next one, guys. They are telling me that the balance of Dinu's capital should be kept in the business as a loan account and prepare the profit loss adjustment account, capital account of the partners, and the balance sheet of the new firm. So, guys, my question is done. I just have to close the account, and I'm done with this. So let's get our balance sheets tallied. So here it is. Do I see a profit of 2,000? That is a profit of 2,000. And this profit will be divided between the partners. I can write this P&L adjustment profit or revaluation profit. And that will be for Anu, Renu, and Dinu in the ratio of 2 upon 5, 2 upon 5, 1 upon 5. So this will be 400, 800, and 800. Guys, if you divide it, you'll get this same answer, exactly same answer. And some of you are doing these adjustments with me right now only, as it is. Correct? Okay. So this revaluation profit will be divided between the partners in the old ratio and shown over here. I'll write P&L adjustment profit. This is profit. So 800, 800, and 400. So now, guys, I'm going to close my partners capital account. Can we get this answer now? Yeah, firstly, I'm gonna close my Dinu's capital account. Dinu's capital account credit side is showing as 15 plus 1, 16. 16 plus 5 is 21. 21 plus 1100 is 22,100. Yes, please correct me if I'm wrong. 22,100. And the balance in the Dinu's capital account, is it 13,100? And this is going to be shown in my balance sheet as loan account. I don't have enough money to pay you guys by. So stay in my balance sheet today. So this will be Dinu's loan account 13,100. Now let's close this Anu and Renu's capital account now, guys. It's 32,800 over here. 32,800. 32,800. And subtract it with 2850. So 32,800 minus 2850. I'm getting the answer as 29,950. And the amount for this will be 42,800. 42,800. 42,800 minus 2850, that is 39,950. This will be my balance that the partners are having. Balance carried down. So 39,950 and 29,950. So Anu's capital and Renu's capital. Firstly 39,950 and this one 29,950. Now can we add these two numbers? That's 69,900 And guys, my balance sheet should tally. Let's check it. Is it tallying or no? Plus 13,100 plus 10,000, nah? So that will be 93,000. So my balance sheet should tally at 93,000. So 12,000 over here plus 5,000 plus 30,000 plus 22,000. It's 69,000. Am I missing any amount? Bank furniture debtors 27. Freehold properties this much. Balance sheet it is not tallying. Why is that so? 40, 30 and 15. Okay. General reserve is this much. Okay. Okay, this calculation is proper now. 42,000 minus. Lovely. See, I am making mistake over here. This amount is not proper now, guys. Let's do this again now. 42,800, 42800 minus 12,000 minus 2850. So I'm getting the answer is 27,950. Okay. And the balance over here also is wrong. 32,800 minus 14,850. I'm getting the answer is 17,950. Okay. So here it will be 27 and 17. That's 44. Okay. So 44 44,900 plus 13,100 plus 10. This 68,000 should be the answer. And I guess I'm getting the same answer over here. 58 should be the total of asset side. So 12,000 plus 5,000 plus 30,000 plus 22,000. 69. Where am I making mistake? $27,950 plus 17,950. It's 45. Okay, 44, 45, 900. Okay. So 69. Yeah, it is telling at 69,000. Okay. So guys, my balance sheet does tally. So can we copy this? I'll just show you this. You are not going to write it afterwards. You're going to write it just now. Have a look at this. This is mine. Question number 3. Unsolved question. You have to write everything, page number, what in detail. So I'll just enlarge it a little. Okay. Copy.